Now here's the important process. You're going to use what is called a square knot. The beauty of a square knot is, and a square knot is simply when it's like tying your shoe. That first loop you do when you tie your shoe, you're just doing that twice. In this case, it's right over left, left over right. What's great about a square knot is a square knot is designed for the knot to get stronger as it's pulled. This is the most sufficient knot. There's another knot that I'm not too familiar with that other designers might use, but the square knot has worked for me. I've been doing this for 2 years. I have never had a customer tell me their bracelet have popped on or snapped out. So a square knot is sufficient because, as I said, the more you pull on the knot, the stronger the knot gets stronger. So you're going to always use a square knot for your bracelets. So right now, what I'm simply doing is the first process of the way you tie your shoe. So in this case, when I say right over left, I'm taking the right side and placing the cord over the left. So right over left, then under. This is the first half of the knot. And as you do that, slightly pull it together. Now the second half, and I know it might be hard to see at this point, but just listen as I go through. Now you're taking the left and putting it over the right, then under. This is the second half of the knot, which will complete the knot. And just at this point, tighten the knot. This could be tricky because you have to make sure that your bracelet is falling on the left and the right side. Like, as you do this, you notice the bracelet is kind of swinging. Make sure it's always on the same side. Because when I say left to right, right to left, if your bracelet is swinging around, then what's going to happen is it might construe and you might be doing the knot in the reverse way, in which case, when it's placed on, the knot will just slide out and pop off. That happened to me, honestly, only twice. But you know, I learned real quick. And then you're just going to pull it together, not too tight, but enough force where you're pretty confident that the knot is tight. Now in this case, I'm going to do a second knot. Some only do one, some do two. I know some designers that do 3 knots. In this case, it's a fairly decent weight on these beads. I'm going to do a second knot. Same process. Keep the bracelet steady. Right over left. And under. Try to keep your middle finger in between the loop to make sure it's even. Keeping the bracelet straight as it swings around. That's the first half. Now the second half again, left over right. And this will complete the knot once again. Now in this case, I've made 2 square knots to really secure it. It's looped together, tighten. Give it a fairly decent tug. So at this point, this technically completes the bracelet. Now of course, this is where your wire cutter comes in. Keep in mind when you're cutting these cords, try to leave about 2 or 3 centimeters length away from the knot. You don't want to cut it too short, because if you cut it too short, even though I said the square knot tightens as the cord expands out, the knot does tighten, but you don't want to cut the ends too short where the slack gets kind of dissolved within a knot and can just like fall apart. So just give it a little slack. I say about 3 centimeters. If you have to use a measuring tape to figure out the centimeters, go ahead. I've been doing this long enough where I can just judge by my naked eye about how much 3 centimeters is. Alright, now I'm going to cut the other end. Okay guys, so this is the result. This is the Tiger Eye 8mm bracelet from the 7.5 inch circumference size. Standard average circumference wrist for both sexes, male and female. Show you guys the fit. As you can see, I say pretty basic fit. And keep in mind, as I said before, my personal bracelet that I made for myself, the Tiger Eye bracelet, is 7 3/4 inch. Which this is the exact size that fits my wrist, but even at a slightly smaller size, when you're working with an elastic cord, it's going to stretch. So there might be tiny slacks in there, but it's not really noticeable. But for standard universal fit, this is a pretty average fit. But when you're doing this as a business, it's very important that overall you should know, if you make it for a specific person, know their gender, so you should know what they're working with. Okay, now as I stated earlier, by purchasing this course, you get a free 1-hour one-on-one free consultation with me on the phone. If you have any questions in regards to creating a bracelet, the knot, any question you have at all, you can even ask me questions in terms of the business side, pricing, resources. My phone number, my business number actually, is 718-593-6128. That's 718-593-6128. You must set up an appointment first, where I can verify your name and your email, so I can make sure that you purchase this course. So so the business number is not just given out to anyone. I want to make sure that you're one of my students, so I could give you the free one-on-one consultation. So you're going to shoot me an email at support@beadsbydez.com. That's support@beadsbydez.com. As you see it right there on the bottom of the screen. To shoot me an email where we can set up an appointment time, and I will be happy to discuss whatever questions you may have in that 1-hour period. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for purchasing this course. Feel free to tell others about it. If you enjoyed this course and you felt you gotten value from this course, feel free to shoot me an email, give me a good review. I love great reviews. And that's it. So thank you. You guys have a great day and happy beading.